Hello, on Scatter playing Like a Dragon Infinite 12. We're gonna show all the character profiles. The ex-Arakawa family, starting with Ichiban Kasuga. Once a lonely grunt in the Arakawa family, then the hero of Yokohama. Now unemployed and down on his luck, his hello work contract was terminated thanks to Tatara, an influencer who spread false rumors of him taking bribes and keeping the underworld on life support. Months later, he hears rumors of the Seiryu clan expanding its ranks with the very same ex-yakuza he worked hard to rehabilitate, and joins Namba and Adachi in getting to the bottom of the matter. Joe Sawashiro, former captain of the Arakawa family, a Tojo clan subsidiary, also the true father of Ryo Aoki, once the governor of Tokyo, and Masato Arakawa before that. After changing allegiances, allegiances to the Omi Alliance, he was incarcerated for the murder of Ryuhei Hoshino, the Seiryu clan chairman. Despite not carrying out the hit, recently he was bailed out of prison by an astute Masataka Ebina. Masumi Arakawa, formerly the acting captain of the Omi Alliance and patriarch of the Arakawa family, separated from the love of his life, Akane, in an effort to divert the Hikawa family assassins on their trail. Due to a coin locker mix-up, he ends up raising Masato Arakawa, later known as Ryo Aoki, as a son instead of his true protege Ichiban Kasuga. Despite years of desperate searching, he never sees Akane again. Having believed Sawashiro's report of her death, in the end, Arakawa lives to bring the great dissolution of the Omi Alliance and Toyo clan to fruition, but dies at the hand of a betrayer. People of Yokohama, Koichi Adachi, former CEO of his own security company, after a certain influencer's hit piece went viral, Adachi's affiliations with Ichiban came under fire. The bank promptly terminated his business loan with no choice but to close up shop. Adachi teams up with Namba and Ichiban once more, determined to get to the bottom of things and chart a new course. Namba. His full name is Yu Namba, but everyone just calls him Namba. Unemployed yet again due to the damages done by an influencer known as Tatara, without much else to do, he teams up with Adachi and Ichiban once more, determined to get to the bottom of things and chart a new course. Tako Mukoda, co-owner and mama of Club Silky Queen, in other words, the lady who runs the show, aspires to grow Silky Queen into the #1 cabaret club in Yokohama, largely in honor of her late employer, Isao Nonomiya. Previously joined forces with Ichiban and crew to vanquish the great evil threatening to ensnare Tokyo. Tian Yo Zhao, former leader of the Yokohama Limon, previously joined forces with Ichiban and crew to defeat the great evil threatening to ensnare Tokyo. Currently runs a Chinese restaurant called Yo Chan, where he can be found wielding a wok and cooking up a storm of top Thai cuisine. The Yokohama Seiryu clan. Masataka Ebina, captain of the Seiryu clan, formerly an elite bureaucrat with the Tokyo Metropolitan Police, born to none other than Yuriko Hikawa and Masumi Arakawa, making him Ichiban Kasuga's half-brother. Over time, his deep-seated grudge against the father he never knew manifests into a seething hatred for all yakuza. To achieve his ends, He cooperates with Eiji Mitamura to manipulate the Tatara channel to his liking and partners up with Palakana to exact his elaborate revenge on the underworld. Masafumi Narasaki, lieutenant of the Seiryu clan, tough-talking, arrogant and eager to prove himself to Ebina. The Gyumyu. Shioni, feared and respected as the queen of Gyumyu, the leader of Ijincho's underworld and formerly a member of the Ijin Tree. Upon the collapse of the Great Wall of Muscle, Sion stepped up to bring the Liuman into the Gyumyu fold, thus uniting the Chinese and Korea mafias in Yokohama. Jungi Han, a body double of the Jingyo's mafia's former boss. Loyal to a fault and deadly in battle, he remains Gyumyo's second in command and Sion's right-hand man. The ex-Toyo clan. Kazuma Kiryu, former fourth chairman of the Toyo clan, immortalized in the underworld as the Dragon of Dojima, a yakuza of unparalleled strength, stature and character, fell out of the public eye in 2016 when he was reported to have died in Onomichi. In truth, he lives in the shadows under the Daijo faction's watchful eye, doing their bidding to keep his loved ones safe. Yutaka Yamai, former member of the Tabata family, a Tojo clan subsidiary, kills his patriarch Chuchi Tabata in a crime of passion and attempts to assault his wife Yu before fleeing for his life. He then seems to vanish from the face of the earth until resurfacing in a Y years later, where he organizes a small outfit called the Yamai Syndicate, known for his unsettling demeanor and impenetrable stare, not to mention overdressing in hot weather. Daigo Dojima, former sixth chairman of the Toyo clan, disappeared in the wake of the Kamara Ocho 3K plan, but was actually working behind the scenes with Masumi Arakawa, Masaru Watase and the other key figures to bring about the Great Dissolution, the disbandment of the Toyo clan and the Omi alliance. He and Watase then established a security company to give as many ex-yakuza as possible a chance of an honest life. This succeeded for about a year, until the notorious influencer Tatara effectively cancelled the company with an online expose. Since then, Daigo went back into hiding, this time in a deserted fishing village alongside his two most trusted men, Goro Majima and Taiga Seijima. Taiga Seijima, former patriarch of the Seijima family, a Toyo clan subsidiary, both brother to Goro Majima, known as the 18-count Seijima for his brutal assault on a rival organization, earning him 25 years in prison and a legendary reputation. Disappeared in the wake of the Kamurocho 3K plan, but was actually working behind the scenes with Daigo Dojima, Masaru Watase, and the others to enact the Great Dissolution. It then became an executive of the security company started by Daigo and Watase. However, after the company declared bankruptcy, he hid away in the deserted fishing village alongside Daigo and Majima. Goro Majima, former patriarch of the Majima family, a Toyo clan subsidiary, old brother to Taiga Seijima. Known as the Mad Dog of Shimano for his unpredictable, savage tendencies. Disappeared in the wake of the Kamurocho 3K plan, but was actually working behind the scenes with Daigo Dojima, Masaru Watase and others to enact the Great Dissolution. He then became an executive of the security company started by Daigo and Watase. However, after the company declared bankruptcy, he hid away in the deserted fishing village alongside Daigo and Seijima. The People of Hawaii. Ichi Mitamura, former political reporter for the Toto Post and head of Bleach Japan's Tokyo branch. 5 years ago, he was on the verge of uncovering collusion between the police commissioner and the Arakawa family. It was indicted in a hit and run that ended his journalism career. Believing this was a setup, he joined Bleach Japan with the goal of eradicating the yakuza entirely. To achieve this, he cooperates with Ebina and forces Tatara to act as their mouthpiece. Eric Tomisawa, a laid-back cab driver in Hawaii. With a woman to love, a baby on the way, and a decent job, he couldn't ask for anything more. But his life was suddenly upended when the Barracuda's kingpin decided to use him as a fall guy. While incarcerated, his girlfriend had a miscarriage and left him soon after. Unable to bear any more misfortune, upon his release from prison, he swears revenge on Dwight and joins the Yamai syndicate in an effort to extract it. Chito's Fujinomiya. Heiress of the Fujinomiya family and the voice behind Tatara. In order to escape the repressive clutches of her parents and the devastating isolation of their childhood, they escaped into the online world and became an influencer. Felt a kinship with Eiji, sensing he could help her right society's wrong from behind the screen, and began running the Tatara channel alongside him. However, she would soon be forced to do his nefarious bidding under the threat of blackmail. Eventually, she musters up the courage to turn against him and reveal her true identity to the party in an effort to keep Akane and Lani from harm. The Barracudas. Dwight Mendes, kingpin of the Barracudas, controls the world's largest counterfeit market underneath District 5. Discovered Chito's background and intend to hold her hostage, also the one responsible for framing Tomisawa and the ensuing hell he endured. Palakana affiliates Bryce Fairchild, the current sage of Palakana, are religious organizations whose roots in Hawaii go back several centuries, revered by the locals as something of a holy man and even said to be a miracle worker. Children also feel at ease around him, his calming, saintly presence. Akane, the director of Palakana orphanage for 40 years. In another life, she was Masumi Arakawa's true love as well as Ichiban's mother. However, she was targeted by the Hikawa family patriarch and hid her newborn in a coin locker in a last-ditch effort to keep him alive. Afterwards, she was reported to have been caught and killed, but in truth, she returned to her homeland of Hawaii and became involved with Palakana. Upon sensing Bryce's murderous intentions, she escaped with Lani to safety. Lani, an innocent girl whose mere existence threatens Bryce's claim to power. Her lineage can be traced to the previous Palakana sage, and Bryce has managed to assassinate all of her bloodline but her. When Akane learns that Bryce has come to finish the job, she flees with Lani to safety. The Daichu faction. Kihei Hanawa, Kiryu's handler from the Daidoji faction, responsible for keeping him in line, brought Kiryu to Hawaii on a mission to find Akane. The Ganse. Wong To, commander of the Ganse, the Chinese mafia in Hawaii, runs an illegal casino, also searching for Akane at the behest of the mysterious overseer. People of Kamurocho. Ryu Ga, former governor of Tokyo and co-founder of Bleach Japan. After gaining popularity as Bleach Japan's first director, he entered politics and became the city's youngest governor in history. The success of his Kamurocho 3 campaign instantly made him an hero, but his ambitions were crushed upon being brought to light for his crimes, and it was one of his own disillusioned devotees that tragically ended his life. In the past, he was known as Masato Arakawa, believed to be Masumi Arakawa's only son. However, he was actually the son of Joe Sawashiro, switched at birth due to a coin locker mix-up. Kazuki, owner of Stardust, a mainstay host club in Kamurocho. The ladies still love him even after these years. Though Stardust was taken over by the Jingwo Mafia for a time, Kazuki and Yuya did everything they could to take it back and restore it to its former glory. He has been through thick and thin with Kazuma Kiryu over the last 20 years, and at this point, not much faces him. Yuya, manager of Stardust, a mainstay host club in Kamurocho, Kazuki's right-hand man. Although he can be a bit hot-headed at times, it comes in handy when dealing with local yakuza in the mood for a shakedown. Shun Akima, CEO of Sky Finance and the lifeline of Kamurocho. A prestigious upstart in his youth, Akiyama graduated Kyoto University with a law degree and took up employment in Toto Bank, but lost his job and savings after being accused of embezzlement. He was then left to wander the streets until a literal windfall struck him. In the form of money raining down from the Millennium Tower bombing, after scooping up $1 million or so, he decided to found Sky Finance, a money lending firm, intending to help the right people thrive in a dog-eat-dog town, but after the Great Dissolution, he fled the country in fear of his safety. Police. Makoto Data. Detective with the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Division 1, became acquainted with Kazuma Kiryu through the Sohei Dojima murder case, and despite a rocky start, the two end up as trusted friends and allies. Later recognized by the force for his active role in solving the 10 billion yen incident, now revered as a legendary detective by his juniors. However, as Koichi Adachi is technically his senior, he still addresses Data with a friendly Mako-chan. Haru Sayama, formerly detective for the Osaka Prefectural Police Organized Crime Unit, Division 4. Completed programming courses at a technical college and joined Osaka PD, quickly becoming an assistant inspector. Due to a relentless crackdown on crime syndicates, she gains a reputation as the yakuza huntress. After working with Kiryu, Sayama travels to the United States to further her ambition as a police officer. Upon her return to Japan, she elects to be transferred to the juvenile division to prevent more youth from turning to the delinquency. Okinawa, Tachi. One of Kazuma's Kiryu's wards at the Morning Glory orphanage in Okinawa. Dreamed of being a professional wrestler as a kid, but decided to become a firefighter as an adult. Respects his uncle Kaz more than anything, and strives to follow his example in his own life. The Yomei Alliance. Takashira, member of the Hiroshi family, a Yomei Alliance subsidiary. Due to the achievements of his late patriarch, the Hiroshi family rose in the status among the organization, as did Takashira along with it. He is also more brainy than you think, excelling in computers and the like. Matsunaga, member of the Hiroshi family, a Yomei Alliance subsidiary. Due to the achievements of his late patriarch, the Hiroshi family rose in status among the organization, as did Matsunaga along with it. Despite his mean mug and frequent outbursts, he generally means well. Fukuoka. Nakajima, chief of Nagasu Taxi, a cab company in Hakata where Kiryu once worked. In his youth he led the Devil Killers, a notorious street racing gang, but a tragic accident compelled him to turn his life around. A gentle spirit with a big heart, he hires people he thinks he can trust without worrying about their background. His employees all look up to him in return. And then the bonds, each of the main characters have bond levels and drink links you can complete. The first one, Kodachi, so you have the bingo, and each gives more information about the characters, the pets, unique skill, favorite pastime for the ladies, unique threats, bad habit, strives to be, surprising fact, special routine, way back then, past boomer, good at, special kill, dislikes, personality, unfavored, shave, ice flavor. And then when you complete it and do the story, you get a picture as well. The drink links is each of the personal story, which end up with giving a weapon gear, which you can enhance to its fully, craft it to the fully. There are 5 drink links in total, and the fifth one is the closing where you end up getting the item. Drink 1. Feels like I'm to blame for Adachi-san's company going under. Despite that, he doesn't hesitate at all to lend me his support. I couldn't ask for a more loyal friend. 2. Whoa, the victim of a 20-year-old case Adachi was once assigned to is here and why. Fate works in a mysterious way. 3. Apparently Akiko-san resents the police for failing to prevent the robbery. Adachi-san wants to make amends, but we've got to find her first. 4. We may have found Akiko-san's store, but thieves might have their eyes set on it. Even if she hates Adachi guts, we have to do something. 5. Way to go, Adachi-san. After 20 years, you were able to reconcile with Akiko-san. When we get back to Japan, we're gonna start a new business together. And the bond abilities. Then for Eric Toizawa. Obsessed with personality, kid to me. Thanks to his job, childhood memory, job, hobby, favorite pastime, aspirations, dreams, likes, favorite food, when he can sleep, coming clean, casual interests, special routine, and then the picture you unlock. The drink links. The first one. Tommy told me how he first met his ex, Marie. The way they lost everything as they were doing so well. It's tragic. 2. It turns out Marie's back in town. Tommy's conflicted, but he's gotta go see her, doesn't he? 3. So Maria's got a new man. I'm sorry, Tommy. But hey, this isn't over until you see for yourself that she's happy. 4. Tommy found a way to dig up info on this condo guy. Turns out they're leaving in just a few days. Is he gonna be alright? 5. Who knew Kondo had it in him? Thanks to his little scheme, Tommy and Marie got to see each other face to face and say goodbye. The bonds level. Next one for Zhao. Special skill, bad habit, motto, fighting style. Struggles with, strives to be, personality, what's in his card. Favorite pastime, currently hooked on. Mortal enemy, strives to, dream, knows a lot about. Kid Sao, once he gets going. The drink link, diary, the first one. That was the first time Zhao and I had some drinks together. Turns out we both left our positions and became civilians. We should swing by his restaurant sometime. 2. Zhao seems pretty pissed at the blogger that criticized his restaurant. I guess he's that proud of his cooking skills. 3. The Liu Mang are relentlessly hunting down the blogger who bashed Zhao's place. I feel for him. I know all too well what it's like to be hoisted onto a pedestal. 4. Zhao was serious when he said he'd close up shop if anything happens to the blogger. I'd be damned if that happens. Hope that blogger will be okay. 5. I'm glad everything's settled now, but I really didn't expect that blogger to inhale all of Zhao's food. Guess I can die before I get the chance to taste his cooking. And also the bond level. Xion He. The bond, bingo, personality, favorite scenery, special routine, weakness, favorite sushi, favorite flower, favorite flavor, bad habit, wants to learn, wants to try, upcoming plans, surprising, surprise quirk, bad habit, favorite hangout, special skill, spend her free time. And the picture, the drinking story, 1. Xion Yin, the face of Ijin shows underworld and leader of both the Gumo and the Liumang. Liumang, unlike me, she's a natural born leader. It's impressive, really. 2. Though Gumo seems to be adjusting to the peace settling over Ijincho, I'm worried about the elder officers who's been giving Xion a hard time. I appreciate that Xion values our drinking sessions, but in an emergency, I want her to prioritize her organization without having to worry about me. Turns out an older Kumo officer was behind the arson incident, but somehow he's still regarded as a hero. Now it's up to Xion to deal with the betrayal. Now that the Honshu CEO's scoop has been thwarted, it's back to enjoying some nice booze together. That's the Queen of Kumo for you. Ijin shows remains at peace. Psycho Ukoda. Fledgling footwork. Favorite accessory. Favorite video game genre. Self-proclaimed fact. Favorite Odin ingredient. Wants to learn. Life's advice back to school. Favorite animal. Currently hooked on hair type. Likes. Unusual workout method. Good news. Side hustle. Usual hangout. The Drinking Diary 1. As the proprietors of a cabaret club, Sayako knows how to drink with dignity. She says she hasn't spoken to Kasuga recently. I wonder why. A CEO is trying to pursue something with Sayako. He might be a decent catch, but she seems troubled. Sayako had multiple marriage proposals recently. I wonder what she's going to decide to do. Apparently some of Sayako's hostesses might abandon ship, thanks to the rumor about Sayako getting married and closing up shop. Something seems a little more than strange. Sayako rejected her suitor's proposal. As for whether things will work out with Kasuga, well, that's out of my hands. Namba. Likes. Favorite drama. Wants to try. School days. Bad habit. Life hack. Chronic illness. Lifestyle. Wants to visit. Good at cooking. Unusual experience. Hobby. School days. Currently trying. If he goes drunk. Drinking habit. Interesting enough. The picture upon completing. The Drinking Diary. 1. Number strikes me as an open-minded and wise. The sort of person you can rely on. It's a shame that he lost his job recently. 2. No wonder he seems down. Number really cared for his old job and seems to like the people there quite a bit. 3. Number's old co-worker says he was actually fired because of the drug scandal at his hospital job. Something about that doesn't add up. 4. So the sleazy manager who got his sight set on Miyabi is the one to blame for firing Namba, what's our next move? 5. Namba, turns out that the whole time all he wanted to do was clear Kasuga of blame. Well, either way, we took care of the executive, so things are settled. Chugi-han, financial situation, special routine, currently hooked on, special skill, embarrassing moment, mantra, unique threat, rate, thanks to his job, self-proclaimed fact, likes, hopes to settle down, unusual skill, insecure about, knows a lot about, looks forward to it, current mission, and the picture. The drink lake diary 1. Yuki took the words right out of my mouth. Said he's happy we got to party up again. I'm glad he's having a blast in Hawaii. 2. Looks like Yugi's itching for trouble. I guess when Sion and Zhao joined Kiryu-san he wanted in on the action too. And we can finally get his hands dirty. 3. I never thought I'd be asking Yoongi-han of all people for relationship advice. He's a great listener though, or rather, he's great at praying the truth out of people. 4. Looks like Yoongi actually doing a great job looking after his subordinates. I bet Yona is grateful she's working under one awesome boss. 5. I had no idea Yoongi came to Hawaii without Sion's permission. Looks like he gonna have a hard time training these plucky upstarts. The Bond bingo struggles with favorite cosmetic, hobby, favorite travel activity, unexpected trivia, favorite food, embarrassing moment, obsessed with, enjoys watching, likes, favorite flower, favorite website, something she's never done, special skill, favorite snack, favorite types of comic. Wrinkling Diary 1. The Fujinomiya family sure is a powerhouse. Sounds like Chishan and her father never exactly saw eye to eye though. 2. One person she knows actually seems to admire the self-defense instructor Tendo-san, although they haven't seen each other in a while. 3. Gramps is asking Shitose to meet. If that's not possible, maybe sending him a video or something could give him some peace of mind. The folks in District 5 would tear an old man to shreds if Gramps decides to look for Chishan there. It'd be trouble. 5. Turns out Gramps can hold his own. Not only that, he's someone we can trust to do the right by Chishan. Kazuma Kiryu. You only have bond levels. And in the first playthrough we managed to get Kasuga all things to level 10 at least. We're completing mostly the adventure stuff things. It helps a lot, and we did also all the sub-stories. And of course, answering the questions and drinklings give you also specific personality bonuses. which helps a lot if you're behind of some of them. You can also get, while battling, some is part of specific um, jobs and some are specific to collecting weapons or certain activities, so in case you need certain personality traits to level up higher. Some things are a bit easier to level up depending on what you do. One of the more harder ones to level up is the style one. It also depends on which job style you choose. And for Kiryu, we completed all the life links, the memories, and unfinished business to get everything to level 10 as well. Each of them also give you different items to each fighting style. So these were the character profiles and other information and the bond links. So thank you for watching. Wish you well. Like, comment, subscribe if you like it, and see you in the next video.